welcome to another My Little Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Bree. I'm here with my brother Bryson.
Hello.
And I don't know if you can hear that and the banging and the sniffing, but that's Little Bullet with us. He decided to join us. Yes,
he's the smallest dog we have, obviously.
Obviously, the smallest one. And as you can see, our crew is even a little bit smaller today.
Luna's here.
Yes. We have all the dogs.
Yep.
They're here to help us MC today.
We got Chip over here. Chip, where are you? Oh, yeah, he's down there.
Come on, man. So if you hear they're in a very playful mood because they just had dinner and they're very excited about life.
Which may not be a good idea to have them in here, but we'll find out.
We may regret this. But so today we are going to chit chat about, of course, the comments that came in on the weekly peak, your comments. And guys, hey, let's get along. Let's be on our best behavior here. We have guests. We have a guest. We have a guest. Okay, so I thought before we got started, though, we might follow up with the bread, because there was inquiry about how what did Adelie, our friend Adelie, called it? She called it cream of bread, I believe is what she called it, because what we were trying to make was cream of broccoli. So if you missed that podcast, instead of putting 6 tablespoons of flour into our cream of broccoli soup we were making, we put in 6 cups of flour. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, how and why? And we answer that question in last week's podcast, so if you missed that one. But we made bread out of our fiasco.
Because we had like this dough mixture left.
Yeah, we had this dough.
So I thought, okay, we'll make that. And we talked about it then.
Yeah, so how did the bread turn out?
So it turned out a little doughy. I didn't cook it long enough for a long enough period of time.
Yeah.
But it was fluffy, the spots that
it was
were cooked.
Good. The taste of it was good.
And the flavor was actually not that bad, I thought.
It was a little bit doughy, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, and the parts that were cooked, they looked fluffy like bread, you know.
I think maybe the one thing that held it back a little bit was just the amount of flour.
Yeah, I think it was just way too much.
But I don't...
Even then, though.
You know?
You put a lot of flour in.
Don't you put 6 cups of flour in your bread?
I think you almost do.
Oh, well then there you go.
Yeah,
just cook it a little
I think you put quite a bit. But I don't know. I've not made a lot of bread.
Bryson did really good though. There was a lot happening.
You don't typically put milk in bread.
And it was just going to get tossed overboard. Excuse me? If you're listening, a laptop dog.
He's a laptop dog.
If you were listening, a Bullet just climbed into my lap. So
he
sees
all the smaller dogs do it, and he thinks he can. Oh,
bumped the mic. Okay, so I thought we would start here with a comment from Carol Peters. Oh, to catch you up really fast on the weekly peak, if you're like me and totally forget, I have to think here. Oh, Bryson or Garen and Ellie, they made a buffet table out of pallets and some cedar wood that they had. Beautiful table, and we did some of the finishing touches. We took a good bite out of the finishing touches on my room. We cleaned the floor. We painted some furniture. We put in a light, that kind of a thing. We got more little things to do for a little while yet, I'm sure, because I'll come up with something.
Yeah, we always have little things like, I think you even have like a stove you want to paint.
Yes, we got to paint today. Oh my gosh, that was an adventure. But anyway, we'll start here with a comment by Carol Peters. Bree, just a suggestion, but I feel like your bed would be better on the other side of the room where the ceiling is lower, as it would act as a headboard. And then wonderful suggestion about hanging some fabric from the ceiling. Thank you, first off, Carol, for that wonderful suggestion. We actually, when we built the room, it was designed to be the bed area. But it's just been there for so many years that I kind of want to switch it up and do something a little bit different. I understand that you wouldn't want to light the fire right now because my bed's a little bit too close. I think I would assume it is. I wouldn't want to do that. But I just
start burning your bed.
You can always move the bed around, and I really wanted to have that bed there with the 2 windows wide open, especially
you're
if you
asleep
fall
and you wake up with smoke.
No.
Look down, your feet
Definitely
are burning.
would not be doing that.
Oof, that's awful. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
but we'll move the bed around. I have a new bed coming that has a headboard, and it's really cute. I'm pretty excited about it. It arrives in a couple of weeks.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, so we'll be putting that together and sharing that with you. But that was the original concept of the design. It was that area that's lower was supposed to be the bed area. Where that little vanity is, that was my desk area, and the 2 window areas was where my drum set was supposed to go, and did go when it first got in there. Now we have the drum set in the studio. So yeah. So Anyway, thank you, Carol, for that wonderful suggestion, though.
Yeah, that's good. I like the idea of hanging fabric from that area. It would be really cool. Even if you got like a roundish bed to fit in there, it'd be kind of cool too. I don't know if that's possible, but that would also be
I would love a roundish bed. That would be so cool.
Like a round one that just fits the curvature of the room.
I'm trying to find, I have one here by Philip Mountain Man, who says, the wood box table looks awesome. And Bree, your room turned out great. If you are going to do the beach house theme, you could get a large net, like a fishing net, and hang it around the ceiling, around on the ceiling. I thought that was a really neat idea to actually hang stuff from the ceiling. The fabric that could go in that lower section is a wonderful idea. And nets, that's kind of a fun idea too, to actually have stuff dangling from the ceiling. I think if something catches my eye, I may end up doing that. I might just hang like, I don't know. What I really would love to do is fill up the room when it comes to the art with things that are sentimental or mean something. I think is really what I would love to do. And
you want that, otherwise it's just stuff.
Yeah, so I
want
to do
meaningful.
Yeah, pictures with friends and family, and like if we go on a trip, picking up rocks or glass or something that is a memento of that trip. So every time I see it, it reminds me of a wonderful experience with people that I love. So that's really what I would like to do in there. And I don't know, I've got various ideas. I know the hummingbird, which means quite a bit to my family. I thought about maybe trying to work that into some art pieces for it. I don't know, it'll kind of I'm hoping that it'll develop over time. I have an idea that I'm still mulling over that I will share with you later on working that hummingbird into my room.
Well, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. We're doing the comments differently, so I'm not as seamless here. I have to look a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Mary D says, it's all coming together. The Twinkie lights are so cool. Did you get the ones you could change the color? And the answer is yes. I did. I will insert a little video of the various colors changing here so you can see it if you're watching on YouTube.
It's really cool.
Yeah, you can.
And they're like fairy lights too. Like that's like really neat. I think when I looked for them a while ago for the tree that's inside the kitchen, I couldn't find ones that changed color. I don't think that were fairy lightish, that were wires. You can get them in strips, but the strips they don't work too well for that kind of application.
Yeah, for what we're doing on there. Yeah. I was pleased to find it because I feel like there's more LED options than there were before. I agree with you because I remember and I was like, I don't know. I wanted color in there, and there's actually a setting on it that looks like Christmas lights, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna have to just click a button and I'll be all decorated for Christmas. So I was really, really excited about that. But yeah, they change colors. They can strobe. They can twinkle. They can do all kinds of fun stuff.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
For sure. And they weren't that expensive, I didn't think. I think they were like...
I think you got 80 feet, didn't you?
No. I got 60 feet.
Oh, 60.
Which nearly made it around the room. It was like 3 feet shy. But we're not going to talk about that.
Need a few more feet.
Just a tiny bit more of the footage, but it was fine. It worked out really great.
I mean, it was a great estimate guess for how much we were thinking.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Here we go.
Now that I think about it, you could have bought extra length and then cut it off.
Okay.
I didn't think about that later. You could have got an extra length and then cut it off.
Oh, I forget you could do that with those.
I think you can.
It's all right. I'm happy with what I did. I don't like the excess. Would have bothered me. Yeah, I'm happier with the way it is.
Would have felt like wasteful.
Yeah. Okay. So Jetron1 says, my word, I feel like I got my fix for the week. Oh, that's so cute. I enjoy watching your videos, and I have to say that Azalea is just the sweetest baby I've ever seen. Be honest, you cut out her more cranky moments.
No,
and
I don't think
to be fair,
I don't
see the raw footage. It comes to us edited.
That's true.
But I've been around her quite a bit, and she is very relaxed and not
She's
fussy,
amazing.
hardly at all. She'll fuss a little bit, her teeth coming in and stuff. It hurts and stuff. But oh man, she's just really well mannered. And Ellie and Garen are such wonderful parents. They know. What she needs, she's able to communicate with them so that there's really no need for her to cry, she's very rarely, your teeth, you really can't fix that. You just kind of grin and bear through that one, I think. But she's real tough though. It's real tough. So she does good, but
extremely tough.
I don't think.
And very not picky
No.
Really? It doesn't seem, at least.
No. They're she's eaten a little bits here and there, and they're discovering foods that she likes to eat, and it's just so fun to see her grow. She's growing so fast, and what was it? She was standing up on her own or something. Recently. Holding. She went right up on a tub.
Then she said "dada," which is amazing.
She said "dada," which is pretty exciting. Lots of cool stuff that has happened with her. It's really neat to see her grow. But I don't think she really seems like the sweetest. I agree, and I'm biased. I'm the aunt, but she is definitely the sweetest baby I think I've ever seen too. So, okay, so we have a question here from Owen Creed. Will you be making canvas curtains or floor sack or maybe recycled sailcloth ones? And okay, so I got to tell you what I did and also what I didn't do and what I'm going to have to do. And I really didn't avoid what I set out to avoid.
Oh, set it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I don't mind, like pouring over a massive resin project for many, many hours. Drawing for many, many hours doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
But sewing is another matter. I have so little patience for sewing. I hope to one day have the patience for sewing because I think it's something that I'd like. But as of right now, I just cannot do it. But that being said, I knew that my room needs curtains. I didn't want to put those green ones back in. I didn't want to dye those curtains and then put them back up. I don't think it would work very well because of the material. And I'm just really... we need some new curtains in there. Mm-hmm. Now I found a bedspread, or it's like a whole sheet set, that is the almost just a hair shy of the exact same shade as the yellow that I've used to accent the room. And I was super excited to find it. So I was like, this is what I want to make my curtains out of. So I have coming in the mail a California king size version of those, the exact same for my cloth. Because I figured that'll probably be enough to cover those windows. So that's the first thing I did. The second thing is I'm like, how do I make it into... without having to sew like a rim around it? I thought that was going to be the only sewing, which we'll get further on to the comment or to the train of thought as it was revealed to me. But I didn't want to have to, sew it over so you stick the pole through. I was trying to avoid that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I found they make these ringlets with a little clamp that's stuck to them. So you just clamp the cloth and then you can put it and you can string those ringlets through a rod. So I was like,
interesting.
I totally just got away with sewing. But as I was laying out my brilliant don't have to sew scheme to our friend Adelie and Bryson, it was very lovingly pointed out to me that they're going to fray. So I'm going to definitely have to do some sewing. But I was told that it would only be one line.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I might pull my eyelids out one strand at a time while doing it, but I think I will just do that one line so it doesn't fray.
I don't think it'd be that hard either.
It crossed my mind to just burn the edges, but I don't think it would look very elegant. Not that it's very elegant in there. It's more beachy, kind of more airy fun, but I just cannot imagine burned fabric edges being very nice. So.
I kind of wonder, those plastic bottles, soda bottles and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they turn them into ropes all the time. Like you can cut them into a rope. What if you cut a bunch of those and you weaved them together to make like a net or a screen just for like one of these?
Oh, interesting. And then actually have it in there?
Yeah, so it's like made out of a bunch of plastic bottles, basically.
I can't imagine that. Like, okay, so
then you weave them together.
When I'm putting the curtains together, I'm thinking I want to put it, when I close it, I don't want anybody to peek in. And I feel like through the bottles, there might be some holes.
Yeah, there might be. This other dilemma is those bottles break down in the sun like you can't believe.
Ooh, yeah, they're dust.
So a curtain would eventually just break and probably fall apart.
Yeah, probably. Well, it's a good idea, though. It'd be interesting. Have we gone through? There was so many wonderful comments that come in. There always is. It's always so encouraging to read the comment section. You are just way too nice, but we really appreciate it. It's very encouraging. There was a question about how Mom was doing. There was always so many folks inquiring about Mom and how she's doing, how Grandma's doing, and how Dad's doing. He's with them too right now at the moment. So I'm going to try to find that.
They're doing really good. Like, they're traveling the United States.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They're doing really good.
Danette Walker says, just checking on mom's status. How is she doing? And she is doing super good.
Really good.
Thank you so much for asking and for all your prayers and stuff. It's been very touching to see. And we just thank you so much. You're so sweet. She's doing great. Grandma's doing, considering everything, they're
traveling in the United States, meeting up with family, and
it's
doing things.
It's a good trip and that they're on, and we sure miss mom and grandma, of course, and dad, but they're where they need to be right now. So we're so happy that we can keep everything going out to you in the meantime. So because we sure like hanging out with you and sharing with you and continuing the work on the homestead. So we're happy that's able to continue.
To make sure that this keeps going.
Yeah, we love doing it. This is our job, man. We look forward to it every week. We get
and your family too, so it's really important.
Yeah, so it's important that we stay together here. So so Jaybird G says, where do y'all buy your sandbag tubes? And we are recent. Oh, do you want to answer this, Bray? I
actually don't know.
Oh, okay.
See, the only thing I remember is mom and dad were like, hey, we just bought like 5 rolls of these sandbag things. And I was like, whoa. And all of a sudden they showed up on like a thing. We actually had to drive up and pick them up. And it was a lot of them. We brought them back and unloaded them, and we had a lot. It seemed like we just had an infinite amount after that. Yeah,
we got them, years ago from China, actually, is where they were manufactured and made. And they were expensive but cheap for this type of continuous sandbag, which is kind of difficult. It's more of a specialty item, it seems, currently, at least from looking around.
Yeah, it is.
You can get them here in the U.S., but it's expensive from what we've seen. We're hoping that there's more manufacturers that
I kind of wonder if you could build a machine that weaves the bags and lays the material at the same time. Because if you could, in theory, you could just get the rolls that it's made out of, like the rolls of, woven material. You just purchase it. And then you could make like a lot from that roll. Bullet must be a lap dog. It's very important.
Sorry, he climbed up onto my... but yeah, Bryson, I love that. That would be super cool. Don Barden asks, I have to ask, because it's been bugging me, do you have toilets in your rooms? And the answer is no, not currently.
Other than outside? No, I'm just joking.
No, we come in for that. But they do have the option of building those on in the future if we want to.
Okay, I could imagine you just cut a piece of the wall out, assuming there's no electrical line running through there. And then you just, even if there was an electrical line, you could make it work. Yeah. But then you literally could just add on to it.
Yeah, you could easily add on to it.
Simple
I don't think that would be a problem. And then we were thinking like we could do incinerettes or whatever they do for that, so you don't have to run plumbing. But you would for water, but for the sink. But I don't know. We'll see. That's a problem for the future.
It would be really cool if we had toilets that were hidden.
Oh, like being able to put it
like a hideaway, like a hideaway way, but it's a hide a toilet.
Like it's not a hide a bed. It's
you don't
even
know it's there. The only problem is you walk by whatever it's disguised as and be like, that smells funny.
Oh, would it smell?
I don't know if it's connected to a sewer system. Oh. They typically don't smell.
Wait. Where do you intend on putting this?
Well, I don't know.
Well, it's a hide a toilet. It could go anywhere.
It's a hide a toilet. It could go anywhere.
But don't you
go in
privacy?
The kitchen. All right. On second thought, this plan may not be such a good idea.
Not great. Are you okay? He's just chilling out on my lap right now. He being Bullet. Is just hanging out, and Chip's eyeballing him like, that's my mama. What you doing? Lap. But you're bigger than me. So, all right. Well, I think that is going to wrap it up for us today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
It's been really fun.
We're going to be... we're trying to get out a Wednesday video, which we have up to this point been able to get that Wednesday video out, and we've been doing the Bree Barely Bake segments, which have been really super fun to do and share. And we have ideas for more Bree Barely Bake episodes in the future. I don't know what will be coming out this Wednesday. Hopefully something will be coming out this Wednesday, but we'll let you know. We'll do a post if there's a change in plans. But because our main focus, of course, is our Friday show. So. But we'll do our best. Hang with us. Thank you so much for being a part of... Oh,
Bullet
I think he's saying bye. Bullet saying bye.
He's saying bye.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us and being a part of our family. And we look forward to hanging out with you next time for another episode, another hangout sesh.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.